Good morning, good day, and good evening, Mr. Hurd. It is now time to begin educating you on how to properly utilize Luna for MSS Pay. Initially, let me review with you what we've done so far. Let's go over these different pages and how they are going to be relevant. First, copy. Loading this, writing instructions. This is what I developed out through my interaction with Luna. This is the general writing. Yes, I can provide this to you. And guess what? I will, but you should develop out something yourself based off of your own interpretation of what this looks like. This was through a deep dive conversation with Luna, back and forth discussion. Nextly, company description. Utilizing a combination of the website as well as my own definition of what this company stands for, I developed up the following. I focused on the fact that they've been in business on the high-risk sector for nearly 20 years. They've developed countless relationships with a number of service providers and POS providers. And to offer our primary offering, which is a Clover system with the dual pricing model, we recognize it is a superior system and thus it is what we are offering. However, we recognize that not one size fits all and that you may need to adjust accordingly, and we are here to meet those needs. But that's what that covers. And this is basically your baseline for developing your emails. Now, let's go into leads themselves. This is where we're going to be pulling from Apollo. Let's look at all the potentials. We want everybody that could potentially be a decision maker. So CEO, owner, president, business owner, co-founder, co-owner. We don't have founder in there. Let's see, what else do we not have in there? It may be CFO, and it may be Chief Financial Officer. Well, we've got CFO in there. Where did CFO go? There it is. So these are some of the things. Now let's do done. Now let's go to target industries. We want brick and mortar for one. So let's go to retail. Go. Restaurants. Okay. Now let's see what else. Well, I would say anybody that's brick and mortar, right? So law practices may apply, but they're higher ticket. We want lower ticket items. Medical devices, we could do tobacco. We could do consumer electronics, consumer goods, supermarkets. We don't want to do too much. Let's do food and beverage. Recreational and fitness facilities, you brought one of those on. Building materials, architecture, planning, aviation, aerospace, automotive, civil engineer, chemicals, machinery, mining materials. Oh, this is where we could actually do a joint partnership with a group I know, and that's who I should be talking to. Okay, judiciary, legislative, government law, marketing, advertising, newspaper, public, executive. I want everything that's brick and mortar primarily, though. That's going to be one of our biggest requirements. Staffing and recruiting, arts and crafts. That could work, actually. The key is brick and mortar. See, there's a lot here. There's a lot for us to work out. Wholesale, mental health care. We could do mental health, on-site processing for that. Industrial automation. What I do? Experience, trade, development. Let's go with this. Oh, okay. Now let's move this over here so you can see something. 20,000 to 50,000 leads are available for my selected things. That's good to know. Company keywords, Luna needs sustainability or AI. Let's upgrade some of those. What would we think would be keywords? Okay, this gives us an idea here. Bakery, cool. I'm down with that. Fast food. Boom. What do you think, bro? Fast food, retail. Yeah, brick and mortar retail. Restaurant. Okay, I would honestly go with let's kill this. Fast food. What else? I'd say brick and mortar retail and fast food. Let's see how many options this gives us, how much it narrows it. Okay, it went to that color. Why? Interesting. We need to add more. Let's change this. I feel like we do, but maybe we don't. Yeah, we do. That's not enough options for sure. Um, let's do food and beverage. Okay. Bakery. There we go. That's better. That actually says a lot. Why though? Cutting edge pizza, Lion's Choice restaurant. Hardware and tools. That actually could work for our space. Let's see what that does for us. And it's much more to work with. Okay. Okay. Cutting edge pizza, Lion's Choice restaurants, family. Let's work with some of these. Okay. City, states, regions. Let's go over. This is where it's going to get rough. We're not really too obsessed with that. But let's see what happens if we just do Utah, where we can really improve our footprint. Where we can do like personal visits if we need to. Which we don't, but let's just see it. Ew. Screw that. Dang it, that is not what it needs to work with. Okay, you see how this takes some work and takes some time, broski? Let's see here. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to go to GPT because it understands kind of what I'm doing here. Give me keywords for our targets that would have a brick and mortar location. We won't see this. Spell it wrong, but you take a look. See, this is why it's good. Okay. Yoink. And there was light. Oh, I treated it as one goddamn keyword. No. Do my hand? Let's see if this changes at the retail stores, shopping centers. Because the thing is, maybe we only do have a few targets here, and maybe we just have to be persistent, which also isn't bad. We just got to work through this. Cafes. Ooh, coffee shops. That's a good one. Coffee shops. Coffee. Okay, bars and pubs. That's definitely a big one. Things we can sell right now that we actually have access to. That's the key. Salons, spas. And you built a lot of the marketing collateral for these guys out already. Well, Ryan has. Does this improve it? Oh, it looks like Utah's definitely not the way to go. Well, it isn't many options, but damn, that bad. There are some private pharmacies around here. Also may not even be the way they categorize stuff, which is the biggest issue. Auto dealerships, for sure. There's quite a few of those in Utah. Shit. What is that about? Oh, who butter. Hmm. And let's I'm gonna do the opposite now. It sounds bad, but let's see what it gives us when I do this. Let's see how many locations they have just for Utah without any of this. Okay, so that's just Utah settings. That's actually something valuable to know. Um, let's do retail. Which ones? The longest for in Utah. 150. It's not very many, but it's very targeted. Let's move out of Utah for our range. Clear it. Roles they're hiring for revenue. I don't want to do any of this right now since we know that's our total range for the whole country. It's not many leads. Well, let's start with this, and then you and I get together and let's figure out some more ideas on how to do this and go from there, because we want to be focusing on Utah primarily just because you and I both have the ability to reach these people directly or send someone out there. And that's where we need to really develop our base. And let's focus on developing your portfolio to where you're doing 30K a month. Because if you're doing 30K a month, I'm doing 30K a month. I'm good with that. You know, win-win. So, dang it, this pisses me off. Help me look through this, okay? Let's brainstorm together. I don't want to get stuck. Technology stack roles they're hiring for. Let's not even worry about that right now, but let's go back and edit those things later. Save changes. And honestly, you know what? Screw it. I'm actually going to change this. I'm going to... Let's actually do a very targeted campaign. Let's do Utah, Idaho. I'm excited that we've got to have a boundary selection for that. Let's do Utah. Utah. Let's do Utah. Let's do Idaho. Arizona. Colorado. Wyoming. Just to start with. This way we can at least have a narrow vector to focus on. See what it does for us. I'm pissed. Let's work with it. Why is it in the red? There's not even enough leads for 1,000 a month to contact. Fuck it. Okay, so we've got that done. Now that I've done that, we've done this. Let's look at the email. I'm going to sign into my Google for this, and it's going to be Jimmy, MSS Pay. Yeah, who cares? We're putting it right here. Look at that. So while that's working, you and I, let's talk. MSS Pay, one of the key differentiators that we can utilize is the fact that I offer RPA, which is robotic process automation. That's a very new term because of GPT, and agencies like me are offering it. And so you know my baseline prices. I start out at $1,000 an hour for people I consult with this stuff. I don't talk about this with our group, but I need to be honest about it. It's around that amount. And there's a lot of preparation that goes into that. when I work with people because I want to make sure it's a huge value add and it's not a waste of time for anybody involved. For instance, I learned from the book Flawless Consulting that I read during my MBA on how to properly collect information, ask the right questions, do all that up front. And with bots, I can do all of that for people. And it's essentially, honestly, about 10 hours worth of work before I even meet with them because it allows me to gain a thorough understanding of the company, position, processes, and no one's working on except for AI. And then when they meet with me, that's when we get into it. Okay, let's see what it is. Just wanted to let you know that MSS Pay is literally your knight in shining armor. We're on a mission to obliterate those pesky credit card processing fees. With our dual pricing model, not bad. Ooh, you'll be stowing away more money than a squirrel hoarding the acorns. What a creative little bastard. I like this thing. Surprise! Arizona. What is your chief executive offer at Restaurant Systems Pro? I know what they do. I like your structure. Or I like the structure. It's not, oh, we'd love to put our hero caps. Hero capes. Okay, I like this. So let me know. So you have to go through these things and you have to read them. This is where I need you to go in and start editing. Once this is all built out for your profile, you have to do the same thing. No, we'll give it a try. Who cares? We can improve on it later. Dude, this is so creative. It's scheduled for 10. What's this one about? 9:02. Look at it randomizing it. 9:04. Figuinala? What? Oh, okay. Dude, this is beautiful. What a clever bastard. This is amazing. I should probably share this to other people so they can see what Luna really does. My language, though, it's a problem. Sorry, audience. I have a sailor mouth. The customization. Now, I don't even know if these are good ICPs. Like it's building it based off of my stuff, but I'm learning from it. And once we have our own lead sources too, that we develop from different funnels that I'm building out, that I need your help with too, Colin. I can do all the AI, I can do all the automation to save the world, but yeah. I don't think the golf courses. Obviously. So right now, none of this is automatic. Now I'm going to show you this. I want to go through this, but let's. We've got quite a few going out. Let's halt it here. Okay, these are all scheduled. Now what we got to do. This is where it is important. So right now, these are all suggested emails. Then follow-up emails will be customized later. So leads, okay. Manage your lead settings. We've already gone over some of this. Right here, email, CRM, okay. I have connected it right now to HubSpot until we get Go High Level up and running the way we want it to. And then we'll pivot over to that. And that's where I'm going to have you also have your MSS Pay account. HubSpot really is one of the best CRMs out there, hands down, because it's so user friendly. They're able to charge the prices they do because of their intuitive interface, which you would think like, all these services mean something, but if you have a barrier to learning something, that barrier is the reason people like me have a job. in AI is because no one wants to go out of their way to learn it. And they haven't spent the years I have, for instance, my background in physics and my background in running technical firms, my background in running neuroscience. It makes it so I can do things other people just simply can't do. And they just don't see how things would work together to build out massive automation structures that, with a click of a button, do a whole lot. Anyhow, here you go.